Good evening, folks. It's 2146 on the 11th day, 4th month, 2023. And I'm having a look here at the oh my god, of it all. I'm going to aim this a little bit higher up. I'll see a little better. All right. Boom to here. I'll bet you you're under a big watch of some kind by the BOM, and maybe they've told you by now. You're definitely getting a Category 3 storm coming ashore. They're saying it's possible it'll be Category 4. And I say it's also possible, but it's not likely. If you add the winds to the forward motion of the storm to the northern side of it, you'll be experiencing those conditions. But the wind that's blowing itself, I seriously doubt it's going to reach that range as it comes ashore. The squashing effect as it comes is when it's going to strengthen probably about from here to here. If I show you on my thing, this is going to be a deadly situation. I've decided to just turn my screen sideways to film this one. I hope this is a bit better than the last couple I did. Until I sort out what's going on browser-wise, I'm just going to do what I can to get you a forecast, right? And as I go off a joke, you get what you pay for. And right here, somehow we're paying for all these bombs to be exploded, or maybe just some corporation is doing it itself. It's a terrible deployment. So let me move my keypad. I kind of rearrange things. Here we go. But that's kind of a norm for me, you know? Move around, get adjusted. Oh, the noise you hear is this. It's the most annoying armrest on a chair you could ever imagine. And so they have to have a moment with it. And it's going to have a talk. And some kind of a sealant. Yeah, they're going to stop the rock. Because I rock, not my chair. Boom, 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 boom. If you look just in the center here, you might can pick up the difference in the colors of the pluminizing of the center of this storm. Boom, 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 boom. A straight line of them there. All this should be funneling by now. It just now is cleared, just clearing it now. So about the time this part of the storm reaches this line here, where that is now, she's going to start coming ashore. And it's not too line from now. Yeah, I've been watching, waiting. I even had a nap so I can cover this tonight. Boom, 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 boom. Remember you it all day at Wall Square. Boom! Boy, you guys got some totals coming. Yeah, I'm seeing some a bit nerve-wracking on one of the models for Queensland, and should I just show you real quick? Hey man, look what they saw. Look at this. When one model says hi, coming towards your shore on Eclipse Day is because I'll do this as a sidetrack. Only one model is showing this. I see it as possible. They're splitting the flow in a really strange way. There's about to be a really strange beaming move to go on, and we'll be watching. Somebody asked me, where is the eclipse going? So I said, it's going here. Right, it's coming right over the top of, you're between P1 and a P4 point here. And you look at these numbers, and I can come down here and it'll tell me about what time, universal time. So if you use universal time in these numbers here, you'll know about what time it's going to hit Esperance here, or over here in the tropics here. You could see 4 minutes of totality. You could get a really good one from this. You're right near the very, very centerest of it. And to find out about your future eclipse, if you ever want to make plans to see them, give a little clicky at this site here. I'll pass it to you after. I don't feel like clicking on Facebook onto this. Actually, you can go on a site called eclipse.gfs here in the calendars of all sorts of coolness. I know you'll see the NASA logo, but they got some really great information on here about times, clicks, when you can make plans. If you're here in 2039, I can go see a total eclipse somewhere, and when I click it, it tells me where it's going to be. Yeah, you really got to, for the best view, you go to Antarctica right here. Oh my, there's a point. Yeah, they'll run some experiments that day. Yeah, why did I even tell you? Just at a tip here. Oh, you should see the look on my face. All right, I'm going to go back to it. So that's how you're going to find out. I'll leave that link and I'll pop it to you at the end of the broadcast. Yes, I'm not happy to see this, but only one model has it. Maybe there's just a hint. Yeah, with the bubble ups they've got going on, they don't even know what they're going to do. They've got, every model's got something different on the 10s. Every single one of them. Except Icon, it only goes to 5. Of course, down there. Right, and, you're going to have a bit of some rough time here. Some tendrils are going to be coming over Fiji this week. It looks like the weather plan has New Zealand. This thing is going to do something weird, they say. They say this is going to come here, and the whole flow is going to change. And this is suddenly going to go north of here. How in the hell they're going to do that? It's going to take a huge beam from Blenheim. And if that happens, I am so happy for my Wanua, because this will go truck out to sea, pretty much. And something's going to form here, right over on the back ass end of Fiji, coming in about, how many days? It has to. If this weather plays out like this, Fiji gets a bit of a storm coming right over the top of it. And I expect Fiji to beam that right out of its way, because geoengineering has been used to defend them islands all year. Yeah, so some of your totals coming ain't going to be too good. But this here is going to pass very quickly from that tendril. You've got nearly the worst of it after the tendril from Oz comes over from this cyclone. So I'm going to go there now to the cyclonic area. It's going to get the high colonic. Which gets the high colonic first? Do we go lesser or more? Lesser. Let's go with better news. Right? You guys ain't as fucked as you were a couple days ago. How about that? So let's have a look at what's planned to come roaring through Cook Strait. You're going to have heavy winds. You're going to have some heavy falls of rain and still a lot of electrical going on as far as that type phenomena. There's lots of electrical phenomena, including tornadic conditions staying very high as this passes over. And the wind's actually going to shift back through the strait in the other direction. And when that moment happens, your earthquake risk goes extremely high. Because, you know, I think the earth is a bit fluid underneath and moves in ways we're not told. So as I go through the days, I'm going to zoom this out for you and bring it all of you onto the screens. So you could be screaming at the screens. Turns off some of the lines. Nah, let's go with it. So you can see how the vortices, we had a moment there, there was equal pressure. About that time, one tugs the other. One goes low and the other pulls. And here she comes. And one went low, the suction changes, and she's going to come through. All your winds. And as that flow dissolved, look at the change. Now right here is a deciding moment for seismicity problems. It's right about now where you just changed the flow. So that's in about, let's see, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. My time, you're looking about 10 hours from now. And we're going to get a doldrum here. And there's a wedge down here of faults that meet with a piece in the middle. And this is, I'm getting concerned for it. So we're going to raise and elevate the earthquake risk for New Zealand about 10 hours plus from now. I haven't seen any of the beaming parts yet because I haven't really loaded that. And I'm just going to run you through a few days of, yay, it's not raining. Yay, we've got a high over us. Yay, here comes some on our coast, but it wasn't like what it was. Worry is always off your coast, getting ready to catch this tendril. And when those two smack together, a little fuckery is going to occur. Get off of here. I'll just use this. Zip. See how it dissolves? It just dissolves into, because there's a really big low down here. Really, really low. How low can it go? 955 low. Oh, it's 965 there, but it was lower than this morning. So all the things will be leaning that way. Right, and now for about the high colonic of the cyclonic. And then I'll do a boom, boom, plume tour. For all you wonderful people that just seem to enjoy the frivolousness of me repeating myself every day. Yeah. It seems frivolous sometimes. We got a 993. She should be starting to form an I when it drops down about 970. And she's cleared the corner. How many hours you got? Same time. 2 in the afternoon there. About 10 hours from now, she's going to make the turn. And here she comes, the nightmare on every street, funded by the Gates Foundation. Let that sink in. I know you finished it. You got some climate junkies that can't get enough green tax to go around. They're too busy counting the profits of all the destructions of your town. And as she comes to shore, the wind field's going to increase. And the amount of rain as all those bands hemmed together is going to increase. And that full fuckery will have increased. And they're saying is less. Is they lessening this storm? What's going on? That thing should be absolutely ripping wind by now. There's no way that storm has only got 10 miles an hour wind with a 970. If it hits like that, everybody's going to look like a horse's ass. There's no way. All right, we are now at right before landfall. Cat, right on the edge of Cat 2. Cat 1. Here we're starting to see some category. Still isn't, and nothing's hit Cat 3 yet. They're changing their mind up. Now somebody's going to be honest here. They say that sucker's already in. No one can make in their mind. I'm going to stick with my forecast that I said earlier with my wind. I'm not changing my mind on this. Hey, I can move the scale up. We'll find some heavy winds here. I'll move it up to about 800 kPa. If we measure it up here, it is. That's another way you could do some fuckery is with the stats. You see that little thing down here? I can move this to different layers of the atmosphere to see how they're moving the water. Somebody asked me how I was doing that. I use this over here. If I could move it, you'll see. And some of the upper level winds are moving very, very fast. So depending upon where they measure this storm is also going to be determined about what winds they find. There's your steamer. Where am I at though? What level of the atmosphere was I measuring? And it says 750 meters up. That's pretty viable. What your ground speed is and what's the low level clouds is pretty viable. Yeah, you got a problem coming. That would be viable. And I'm not going to try to just jack it up. It's a pretty viable altitude. 600 meters above your head. This shit is going 100 miles an hour nearly. Some of these spots. You see that okay? Yeah, something wicked your way comes. Something wicked your way's coming. Here she comes. I know you're finishing that one. I got a few comic book friends. Bam, 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 boom, boom. That's wind speed at 600 meters. They're expecting a surface wind speed 76 miles an hour plus. I'm still sticking with my guns. It wasn't good. So they're downgraded it because Reverend told you. I didn't think Cat 4 was awful high for that pressure and it coming inland. And this is not be taken as a joke. You're going to know your tide tables. And let me show you what they say is about to unfold. Unfold. As these events unfold, and my God, is that a lot of water. The storm surge for this is not to be taken lightly. As these winds go over land in any of these lakes, it could hem up boats into marinas. I don't know what goes on in these lakes as far as fun times go. And so you will now take measures to make sure your boat doesn't tip over with a bunch of fuel in it and poison my beautiful waters. Look at that. Right, if I got it on screen, I'm not used to aiming at this angle, so you have to get used. Excuse me while I figure out the dangle of these angles. For all the anglers out here, you better watch your dangle, man. Don't be going out here doing something stupid when this is passing north of Port Hedland. I don't think it was going to it's going to go straight over there. The center of the landfall, I said, was going to hit this little spot. So it's looking pretty onward. The worst of the winds is damages to the north, this side here. Port Hedland, you're going to get some, but it's not going to be the same type winds or storm surge you're going to see on this side. because the forward motion of storm added to the wind speed will determine really the actual what you're going to feel. And it's got a lot of momentum behind it. It's been going a long time. Even if our inland are calling this to be down at a 669, a very up jump the devilish number for you there. And the number of the beast. It's attacking toward the east. I don't know why I got Batman stuck in my head. Yo, man, here comes the storm. It's Blast Man. Chem bombing your ass. That's right. Here it comes. And now, oh my. Right for the lake. Right for the lake. With the worst wind speed hitting the side of the storm with its forward motion, dumping a whole bunch down on this end. Drifts a little bit north, that's going to fill the lake up. Hey, Nessie likes that. Or is it Dasani in your country that's doing the dishonest? Dishonest water, stealing it from the land. No creatures get to have it when they stick in their straws in. Oh, look at the big line of storms over there, and that's about the day things split. Some of the moisture is going to go north, some go south, and some of it's going to go into the river's mouths. Sticking a song on my head is sticking a song on my head. Kemba, boom, 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 Melbourne, suburbs, Texas. What is it? What I was watching? Oh, you ain't allowed to watch that movie. I don't know, what was I watching? Oh, I took a screenshots of it so I could show you. Hey, some of the guilt in it. What we got there? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, looks like you get some heavy falls scheduled here for the northern suburbs of Melbourne here. And it'll be early Sunday morning, 2, 3 in the morning-ish. And away she's gonna truck it north and south and out to the river's mouth. And then she's gonna spin. And it's gonna impact the big tendril of moisture that's been just hanging around, man. Right on the outskirts of this band there. Having that really big high pressure experience there over the spots of New Zealand. Pick your spot. Here's a high over the islands. And she says, I think I'll go visit that really low dog down here in Antarctica. Have some snowy weather. So she'll truck that way and get absorbed. And when that happens, it's going to cut a tendril of moisture off, and that'll then be impacting this island here with some storming issues that coming through the straits and this is heading the sticky outfits as usual. Yeah, man, the high was in charge. And it's always nice when the high is in charge. That's going to be a nice day. You should enjoy it. Now, back to where we were. The storm is going to split when it hits Alice. It's going to go past Alice, and Alice is going to cut that storm in half with a beam. It has to happen. It's the only way they're going to dissolve this moisture. It's come across in a huge organized way. And then within hours, it's going dissolved. So I'm expecting a big beam to interact with the top of this moisture and then the localized next routes to scatter it. And why aren't they doing it now on the West Coast? They have. They've done it the whole time to make sure that storm came ashore where it was wanted. I've been showing you the whole time. The Pluminazis have been beaming you. The ones that don't want you to see things. N-O-T-S-E-E. Right? Not C's. Do not want you to see things. Bending the dingo. The poor dog. They're dogging you, all right? That beam's going to truck that sucker straight north. So that's about the time of this storm when it's going to influence Queensland, as I was asked. But the New South Wales and Vic will bear the brunt as it comes over when they cut it. You poor folks on this line, you're going to get a smackaroo on this line. And this is the line of dissolution of the moisture, cutting of the tendril and moving it north. Say, whoa, what the hell does it keep doing that? You go up. I was watching a movie called Tetris about the big fight. That's what you keep seeing. Somebody asks. You always ask. It's good. They're fighting over the contract. Yeah, I like watching internal struggles of corporations. You see, what do they do to each other? so I can kind of damn sure know what they're going to do to us. Na-na-na-na-na. Watch that movie Rabbit Hole, man, with Sutherland in it. Oh my God. It's the guilt. They tell it. Why didn't he ask me to be on this show? I could be the guy in the shadow. Hey man, they're modifying the weather, man. Look. So right, have I taken you through all that fuckery? Here's your eclipse day. I'm taking you straight to it. Enjoy. Enjoy it for me. I'm jealous in you. There's only one thing that's bothering me about this day. You're right on the lines of volatility for natural storm conditions, and you're going to have a lot of moisture on the land here that could put some clouds up there. So let's all think beautifulness is along this path of totality. We're one of the marvels of the world when it looks like some kind of an object called the moon has been perfectly placed in position to yield what a hell of an effect. Or maybe that's the day they wipe off the light bulb. I don't know. I didn't quite figure this out. But either way, that's what's going to happen. So now let's look at what's happening now. And the first thing I see right here is 1, 2, 3, 4 cluster of a chem bomb happening right now. Happening. There it goes. 10-minute jumps. I'll go back. You can watch the deployment of the chem bombs that are going to feed into the storm on various convective levels. You know, these things are going to go up, out, fall out, up, out. More motion in and out. It cools off at the top, so it's going like that, each one and a half. So we think about these convections. We must. When we look at these images, that's important as well. Right? So you know a predictable way they're supposed to flow. So I know when I see an expander, I know it should be on the bottom deck coming off. And vice versa. Boom, 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 boom. There's your 3 6s in the skies. The beast is on. The beast is on. Boom, 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 boom. The plume is on. It's over the seas. Boom, boom. The plume is boom, 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 boom. On. This is getting on my nerves, man. There's some button on here that keeps doing that. Hey, guys. Good thing I wasn't having a Google meeting, eh? How about that one guy, what he was doing with his lotion on me? You wouldn't believe that. There's a W in the sky there. W in the sky, and I'm asking why. And that's an honest answer we all deserve. Is why is that going on anymore? Why are we still seeing these plumes along this path of where it's going to be fed to go? She's coming right here in this bottom of this line of chem. She's going to come right through this corridor. Right like this. Right through here. Mark my words. Coming right through here. I'm showing you the line it's going to take. The chem is showing me right now. It'll land right here. Right on that edge. It's where the most of the low is going to go. When she comes ashore, bucket, she's packing a wallop. She's going to come directly ashore. The eye's coming right here. See it right here? Right in between this town and this town. So the windward side, north side of the eye is going to touch, of the low is going to touch right here. And it's a pretty compact low. And this compact to move right here, rushing toward it, is what's going to compact that storm and feed its winds. Right here is the move that's doing it. See how it's blowing it out? It's coming ashore right there. That's your low. You got any boats down there? GTF boat. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Get gasoline out of some things that you can't move. She's been stuck out there, that old oil tank. Do me a favor, remove the oil. Do it for everything on the land you love. Some kind of rainbows are very bad when they're on top of the water. I don't like it. When it's glistening in the air from a wonderful waterfall, I like it very much. Hey, Argyle, your socks are going to be a bit saggy that day. There's a chem bomb's going to be getting in. You have to shake him out there. Shake that nano right on out. Nanotech, can go to heck. He didn't swear. Out in the countryside, they're chem bombing you and I. I see lines across the skies, and it brings a tear to my eye. They can kiss my big brown eye. The ones that are spraying on the skies. You see this one here where you got things going in two directions here? One's on a low deck being deployed going, and one's up high going over the top of that one. Booming and a pluming. Boom, 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 plum, plum. Right here near Timber Creek. Just near this Cunnilingus in your Argyle, Winksack town, Halls Creek over here. Why did you guys get bombed? Absolutely smash-a-rood. Smashed. Smash it. Smash it. Chem bombed all your asses. Look at the sickness, Max. Here on this edge. Streamering out. Falling out. On little bubby things out here. What are these like musical notes? That's fucking sickness, Max. Well, you asthma people that never had asthma before that finally experience it, if you're underneath the path of this, they're going to call it a probability. That there could be a causation. It's going to whip up some winds, which is also going to bring some desert dust into the equation. Look at this bomb here north of Tefler. A demise fueler, if you will. Boom! Kapow! Bam! Bap! Na 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 na! Boom! 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 The program needs the sack man. It needs the sack man to kiss all our ass, man. Doing this to Mother Earth. Look at that dirty Sanchez over Tennant Creek. Boom! 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 Boom, boom. Two more dots up here. These that are there blowing out the sky. Those are chem bombs, man. This is a fireworks show, and the fallout is going to make some things fall down. Look up, look down. See what's going on all around. Down here in the south, ain't been much better. In the Rattlade area down here, all these bombs going off here between where they've been horsing them around. And over there, they've been doing some Cummins here. Whoa, look at that, eh? Yeah, that must be really moist there. Over Cummings. Back to the beginning. And in the beginning, he turned off all these freaking distractions. There we go. Now, let's look at the bombs. Let's just look at this rationally. There we go. 4 right there. Double dots there. Bombs. Creating conditions of which weather can naturally occur in, or would we get the demon cloud over here again? Shardy skies, man. This is terrible. What a bomb field they put out over there. I wanted to have a little look at this corner, so I went and put I had a bastard straight on here. Let's get this bass straight. Will there be any bass left in the sea? Hey, if they keep doing this. Sea bass. With less nanobots than before. Removed. Boom. Boom. Boom! Go to plumes off the great Australian bight, the coast of these islands over here where the beaches whale. Where the whales at beach. Where the beaches are whaling. And maybe that's what the song is you're hearing. Your tears. Of what's laying on the bottom that they can see that you don't. People worry about the pea pods in their yard. I worry about the pods of things out floating in the ocean. There ain't gonna be no fluke when they disappear. It'll be because we acidified them. We toxified their air. Their sickness mixes going in their blowholes. And I'd love to have the readings and measurements of things, of swabs of them sometimes, of the mist that comes out of their exhalations. And see, are they having any lung problems too? Are they getting asthmas? Because of the air quality. I'm pointing out a bomb field out right here. Looking like a big Jewish letter. It does. just as he's getting toward the nitty-gritty of the city. Where later in, the storm pass, that'll be heavier, will be down in this section here when that comes past. The coast here is an absolute commode. It looks like shit. This will be Byron Bay, so I know exactly where I am. Spraying this a bit on sleeve. What kind of shit is this? The big circle. Watch. I'll show you how they did it. Back, 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 back from the nothing. These are bomb explosions. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Hopefully my camera will go a little more. So this one was a circle like that. Right? And this percussion ring goes out and interacts with the chem bomb next to it. And about that time, an explosion occurs here. I'll go back 10 minutes. It wasn't there. Boom. Boom. Boom! And now it's ejected another something, or something else is going a little north. And I think it ejected it, because I watch how fireworks work. And a big circular plumes have developed. This one down here, from the nothing, right? The zigzag of, looks like Nazi SS symbol and a swastika down here. To 10 minutes later, the first explosions of it has come about. Now it's going to blow out the entire area. Now look at this one here. Nothing to a boom. And in a square lane. You got a center with tendrils. Somebody on the ground seen this over these towns. Here. It might have gone right over Leach cat's ass. The cat's eye. It's Kathy, man. It'll be Hyacinth Bouquet in a name. Boom, 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 plumes, all sorts exploded over there. 10 minutes later, taxified there. Boom, boom, over here, taxified there. You had a hot crushed bun right over the top. You didn't have enough of them you eating at Easter there. See? These are chem bombs. Look at the rings here. Boom. Just right here on the edge of my cursor. Back, back, back. Forward, forward, forward. Chem bombs suck! That's what that was. Did your ears ring? People suddenly, everybody's ears pop? That's been known to happen to me when I see that type of deployment. I'm curious of your feedback on that. What a terribleness. I've seen Sufen's sunrise pictures over here. And she looked out to sea. And this is what you had along your coast. It was all this crap. I said, it looked very chemmy. You were chem bombed. What the heck, I said. Well, you know, I've been to Hull and back. One day I get to die and go to heaven. Because I damn sure feel like I've been in Hull already. Why is that line staying in place there? Had one chem line. Because it's supposed to. It's at a level of the atmosphere that's not being manipulated. Because it's all about the manipulations. Manipulate you to give what is wanted for you to have. They give you this and sell it to you in advance. So 9/11, a cover of a Simpsons magazine, and they make it look like that in real life with two planes hitting the exact floors and everything, you know. But that's none of my business. That's a conspiracy theory. Nah, to question the statements of known liars is not a conspiracy. That's just streetwise smart. And well, honesty and politicians, they don't often go hand in hand, so automatically I'm going to call that known liars by the definition of the job and question it. Right, that's just streetwise smart. That ain't a conspiracy. A conspiracy has funded all this stuff over our heads and makes excuses that you should pay for more of it, that we should block the sunshine, that we should have new geostorms, that we should flood out people and not tell them it's coming. And you know what the solution is? The solution is you. And you say God helps those that help themselves. Whether you're booming and you're pluming, you are the solution. Big love. Peace.